YouTube world, your boy Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brown, and I'm back with another NXT review. Got the notes ready. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it, and click on the video, and that's all that matters. We're getting into the NXT. Uh, Spilling the NXT is the name of the show, and pretty much Halloween Havoc was last week, so how are they going to come from that show? We're gonna figure it out. So let's talk about it. Um, NXT in all was a decent show. It was nothing bad about the show. I think that a lot of times that happens with NXT is they they have this one big show and it's really good, and then they just have regular shows, I guess, to have some people like heal up or relax from the big show that they had last week. Like Gargano wasn't on the show. Um, Damian Priest, Candice LeRae, like they didn't wrestle. Like Io Shirai didn't wrestle. Rhea Ripley didn't wrestle. Like the people who were like, all right, well, Cameron Grimes wrestled, but he wasn't in a real match. It wasn't a real match. But yeah, those people who were in like big matches and stuff like that, they didn't wrestle. So you just had your other people, just put on some good matches, and then probably after this, they'll probably they gotta get prepared for take their next takeover, which is December 4th, I think. So, with that said, first match is Dakota Kai versus Ember Moon. Very decent stuff. I like it. Dakota Kai, Ember Moon, very good. Work well together. Um, Ember Moon is aggressive, very aggressive. Now that she's back, she got her receipt from Dakota Kai from a couple of weeks ago or last week, I think it was. Popped her, she turned around, popped her, punt kicked her. Um, a lot of suicide dives, vicious kick to the face. She did a one spot where Dakota, when they was on her knees, you hit each other. It was like, oh, come on, hit me back, and they hit each other back. Uh, Ember Moon hit her, and she was like, oh, hit me back. It was like one free shot, hit me back. So Dakota fell for her, went to swing at her, and then she moved out the way, caught her in like a arm bar. That was good stuff. In the end, though, Ember Moon went to go for the eclipse. I'm guessing she went on the top rope, and then Raquel Gonzalez got on the top. They distracted her. Ref tried to tell her to get down, and then Dakota Kai took the advantage, hit her with the go to kick. I think is her finisher for the win. This match is, you know, going to continue, of course, because Ember Moon is not going out with the loss. She's not taking a final L. And I think it's going to be, I think this is one of the matches that's probably going to be on Takeover. Maybe. Because it's Ember Moon, so Ember Moon has to be on Takeover. Next up, Cameron Grimes, scared of everybody. Mackenzie asked him about the match from last week. He was like, "Look, that match don't count. There was no pinfall. There was no submission." He kept looking around, like, "This is zombies around here? Zombies? No, zombies. Okay, cool." And then the guy ref from last week who played as a zombie showed up and he got scared and he ran away. He said he was gonna cave in Kushida. Goofy. And then after that, Shontzi Blackheart did an interview and she was asked that um, it was known that she chose Tony Storm for her match. You know, she said, "Well, since I hosted Halloween Havoc last week and I did so good and it turned out so great," he said I could choose anybody I wanted, and I decided to choose Tony Storm. Because she's great. Former NXT UK Women's Champion, first ever Mae Young winner. And she said it's just a notch under my belt, and it's like it's just friendly competition. I think she's great. And then Tony later on was like, I think that it's cool. You're a very great uprising young star, all that good stuff, but you're not gonna make a name out of yourself for me because I'm going to whoop that ass. Paraphrasing. Next up, Everrise versus Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. Everrise is already in the building. Um, they did a couple of nice tag team stuff with each other. They was on the same page. Killian Dane does a scoop slam thing on Drake Maverick, but Kings of NXT, I think that's what their names are called. Pat McAfee's team group, posse, squad, entourage. They came was in the picture. Drake Maverick should have tagged in, but he didn't. He started fighting. Got from Rise again. Pat McAfee took a camera, and then the posse just beat up everybody in the ring. Beat up Killing Dane, murdered Drake Maverick, that poor guy. And then the match was called off. I guess technically it was they hit Everrise first. So I guess technically Everrise again wins by disqualification. Um, and then they just pretty much get on the mic and they just pretty much talking about how they're the best now, how it used to be ran by Undisputed Era, but now there's new top dogs. He was gonna say, he was like, "Why did we attack you?" He was like, "Well, mine is obvious. You disrespected me." He said, "Remember what happened with Big P Dunne over there with Roderick Strong?" And P Dunne he was like, "Yeah, I was tag team partners with Roderick Strong, and he turned on me to join the Undisputed Era. So payback's a bitch." Paraphrasing. And then Lorcan and Birch was pretty much was like, "Yeah, they've been bullies throughout the whole years, and they've been being not letting other people get opportunities and horrible guys in the back room, and we put an end to it," which was pretty sound logic. Um, then towards the end, they was gonna raise a banner for them, and then they were like, and then Pat McAfee was like, you know what, I uh I wanted to do the whole banner thing, but unfortunately, like when we just started listening to all the nasty things that those scumbags was doing. Uh, this is democracy, so I think we should all talk about it. And then he was like, "So, all in favor of raising the banner, say aye." Nobody said nothing. He said, "Okay, all in favor of putting this son of a bitch in the garbage and light it on fire, say aye." Everybody was like, "Aye," except for Pete Dunne, who was just stone cold killer face, just like. So he told my boy Pete Dunne to light that bitch on fire. He did it. And then they was about to leave. He was like, "Great, good stuff." He was like, "We're dominant, on fire, we're great." And then he goes, and then Killian Dane beats up Pat McAfee. Everybody jumps him, and then Pete Dunne kicks him in the head, and then kicks the door on Killian Dane's head, and then Pat McAfee was like, whoa, hey." He's like, I like that, but hey, that was a little too much, too much. We'll talk about it, but get in the car. We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. It's hilarious. This is leading to War Games, and hopefully it leads to Pete Dunne challenging Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. Pete Dunne wins the NXT Championship, and then they all turn their backs on Pete Dunne, and then Pete Dunne gets Mustache Mountain to do a a angle with those three, with hit Rich Holland when he comes back, Rich Holland and 1-2 punch versus Pete Dunne and Mustache Mountain. Oh, yeah, good stuff. And then Finn Balor goes to NXT UK because he doesn't need to be on NXT right now. Just let him live. Um, yeah, it was all good stuff. Ooh. Next up, um, Johnny Gargano is a character. He keeps talking about wheels now. Now every promo he's talking about is about wheels. He's playing life. Uh, he said everything's landing on Johnny. Uh, gets a phone call. He was like, "I'm in your house." He was like, "You're in my house?" Of course, I know you're in my house. You're sitting right next to me. The Scream Mask guy. It was kind of funny. And they were pretty much just talking about, you know, when I won, everybody's gonna say that because I won that I can't keep the title. That all I do is lose it in the first defense. He's like, well, that's not gonna happen because next week I'm going to defend against a worthy opponent. It's gonna be one or two people, either the Scream Mask guy or some random jabroni that's gonna enhancement talent that he's gonna beat. But I think it's gonna be like the Scream character. I think it's gonna be him. And and he was telling the Scream guy, he was like, "Come on, it's your turn." He was like, "How can I do it? Everything lands on Johnny." He said, "Johnny number one." It's so good. Oh, Johnny Gargano is so great. Um, yeah. So yeah, he has a couple of people eyeing him. He got the rematch with Damian Priest. I'm figuring that Damian Priest will come back. Kushida maybe, hopefully Kushida will get get in that mix. Did I talk about Kushida versus? Oh wow, I didn't even talk about the match. Oh, um, Cameron Grimes and Kushida had a match. Kushida, he dominated the match. Uh, Cameron Grimes got a little bit of offense in. They did a ref bump twice to the ref. Kushida go for hoverboard lock. He taps out, but there's no ref. And then they do a thing where Cameron Grimes just a collision course, the Spanish fly looking like thing that he did. And then the other ref, zombie ref, came and got Cameron Grimes scared again. And then um, Kushida hit the hoverboard lock, and then he looks at the referee and says, I quit," and then taps out and stuff like that. So, yep, that was the thing. So, like I was saying before, Johnny Gargano hopefully maybe has. I mean, Kushida. The thing with Kushida is he's so good now that he could either go against Johnny Gargano or he can go against what's his face, Legado de Fantasma, because they need more guys. They need more people in that cruiserweight division because Swerve has already lost a million times. Jake Atlas is losing a million times. Drake Maverick. I said Jake. Did I say Drake Atlas? Jake Atlas. If I said Drake Atlas, I meant Jake Atlas. Drake Maverick is doing tag team stuff. All the other cruiserweights, decent enough well, really, really good cruiserweights are like on the main roster. Get Kushida in there. Just have Kushida be the champion. It'd be great. But yeah, Johnny Gargano has like a lot of he has a lot of competition. He could use Kushida. He could do Bronson Reed. He could do Damian Priest. He could do him again. Um, uh, my boy Dexter Loomis. So there's options. There's options. Tommaso Ciampa, uh, Velveteen Dream. Maybe I don't know. I'll talk about them in a second. Um, So Tony versus Angry Shontzi. I guess Shontzi was mad that she thinks that Tony Storm took her tank for whatever reason, and this led to a very good. This led to a good match. Um, there was a little botch where Shontzi was. I think she was on the top rope, but she like slips off, and Tony recovered. Tony, got her, put them back together and stuff like that. And commentary made a good note saying that she was like she's so angry, she's not, she's so full of anger that she's slipping up and stuff like that. So that's a good cover for them. And it felt like Chauncey was so mad that every time that she would try to do something, Tony would take advantage, and stuff like that. When Shanti did come back, it was good stuff. She hit the question mark kick. She did like a DDT on the apron. Weird spot. Uh, they were counting. They were counting. The ref was counting them, and it was at 8. And then Shanti comes in, and then the ref just stopped the count for like at least 3 or 4 seconds. And then Candice came. And she said, hey, how you doing, buddy? My girl. It's a shame about that tank you got. It was like I don't know where it is. I'll look for it for you. And then Tony Storm gets a sort of a distraction roll up on her, and then she wins, and she's like smile. She's like, yeah, I win. And Candice is like, rats. You lost. Oh, sucks. Oh, just for a time that you lose your. Here it is. Here's your tank. Oh man, there's so many cards. I'm gonna get it out the way for you so it doesn't, it doesn't get hit. Up here's a card. Up, card. Relax. And then she walks to the car, and she was like, "You cost me my match, and now we're even." The scream guy's right behind her, and then she runs over the tank. Woo! Shontzi's not a happy person, and my Tony Storm is like, "Yikes!" She's in the background. She's like, "Goofy, that sucks." And then she tries to console her at the end, and Shontzi's not having any of it. I think Tony. This is. I told you guys. I think Tony Storm is turning heel, especially like with the whole stuff that happened with all the women. Like Tony Storm is not in the top three of baby faces. She's just not. It's Io Shirai, Candice LeRae. I mean Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley. It might be Rhea Ripley and then Io Shirai. Um, Ember Moon, Shontzi Blackheart. That's your top four right there. Tony Storm is not in that realm of baby. She beat number five. If you have heels, you just have. She can be the like Candice LeRae, then Tony Storm, and then Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, who they're a team. So she would be she would be suited more for that the in the heel realm because in the babyface realm she's not top five. So I think that well she is top five. She is number five. But with what's going to happen between it's going to be Io versus Rhea and then Io's probably winning that. And I think Rhea's going to go to the main roster after that. Probably after that, she might go to the main roster. And then you're going to have still Ember Moon. You're still going to have Shanti Blackheart. And you're still going to have probably Tegan Knox when she comes back. Um, and yeah, Io. And then Ember Moon is next. And then probably Shanti Blackheart. Um, and then, yeah, probably Tegan Knox. So I think Tony Storm needs to be healed. It'll be great for her to be healed. As for Shanti and Candice, good stuff. Continue it going. I like it. I do. I like it. Good stuff. Jake hit Rule Mendoza with a steel pipe, hid inside the car, and drove away. And Phantasma just smiled. That just dash. That just dash can. Good stuff. I love this. I love this stuff. And live is great. His thing is on reversals. He was saying that was his thing because of what happened last week when Anthony I think his name was um, cost him or he got a good one on him, so he was trying to do reversals now. How reversals work. He was doing the holds, holding it in. At first, doing what everybody think he would do. He let go as soon as he taps, and then he put him in like another one. Show him how to reverse that, and then he holds it in longer. And the guy was like, "Oh, what? You need some water? You all right?" And he was like, "No, I'm good." He was like, "I thought this was an exhibition." He was like, "No, it is an exhibition. Do you want me to get some?" He was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." And then he does the thing where he tried to put him in the he has his opponent put him in the hold, and then he ducks and like put him in the ankle lock and stuff like that. And when he taps, he keeps it in again. It was like, see, you gotta be prepared for everything. For anything, you always gotta be prepared for. And then the guy from last week beat him up, jumped him, and I think he had a new name. It was like Austin Gray. Okay, so his name is Austin Gray now. Beat him up, hilarious stuff. Knocked him out the ring. He tries to get back, and then Austin like super kicks him out the ring, and he falls out the barricade. So hilarious. That was good. I like that. It was great stuff. I enjoyed that. I love the Thatcher Sky stuff. I like that they don't really have anything for him, so they're having him put over like new talent. So I guess Austin Gray maybe next week or a week after or something they're gonna have a match. Gonna give Austin Gray like a little bit of competition. Of course, at the end Thatcher's gonna win, but I like this. This is how you create new stars. You want to build this stuff for the future, and this is what you do. You create new stars. Um, Xia Li told Mackenzie that the letters from Boa that keeps receiving was none of her business. That was hilarious. And then Willie Regal sent her a letter, gave her a letter. He was like, "It's from my family. I need a match from Raquel Gonzalez next week because she disrespected me and I don't want to be disowned." And she said, "Can I have match?" And William Regal was like, "Are you sure about that?" She's like, "Yeah, I need my honor." She was like, huh? He's like, "All right, yo, death wish," which is yeah, good luck with that. And then main event because I already talked about the Rhea Ripley stuff. Um, So next week is going to be Johnny Gargano versus Polly Scream Guy for the North American Championship, and then 1-2 punch Britt and Brawler, Oni Larkin and Danny Burch will defend their tag team championships against Breezango. Okay, anyways, and then main event Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream. This match, whew, well, first of all, so in my guess, I thought that Tommaso Ciampa was going to go to the main roster because he came out with new music, a whole new attire, and I was like, oh, Tommaso Ciampa. I was like, oh, he might be going to the main roster with all this new getup and stuff like that. And then he mollywopped Velveteen Dream, like you thought that Drew McIntyre getting all the offense on Miz and Morrison Monday was something else. I I don't know what like before, during, and after commercial break, Tommaso Ciampa was was beating up Velveteen Dream, like putting a whooping on Velveteen Dream. Like any little offense Velveteen Dream got, Tommaso Ciampa just like reversed it. Like I was like, wow. So then I was thinking, oh, maybe Velveteen Dream is getting called up. Like I don't know what's going on. Somebody's getting called up. Um, so yeah, that was crazy. Uh, Velveteen Dream, I think maybe hit a Death Velvet like this. I remember he hit a scoop slam. I think he hit a boot, maybe a spine buster, a Dream Valley driver, and I think they were superplexed out the ring, like with the ropes and stuff like that. I think he had 5 moves throughout the whole match. Like to be honest, 5 or 6 moves throughout the whole match, and a match that was like almost 20 minutes. Like out the gate, Tommaso Ciampa was spanking him. But in the end, Velveteen Dream goes to like he gets a chair and he like just tries to distract the ref with a chair, and he runs up to the top of the thing to try to hit Tommaso with the cast. Tommaso Ciampa, boom, knee to face, rose him over. His leg got on the 17's legs got on the ropes. Boom, Widow's bell, very smooth. Follows it with the fairy tale ending 1, 2, 3. Tommaso Ciampa is le champion. He is the winner. Even though it was like one sided, it was like 90-10, like 95-10, like it was, or 95-5. That's a 95-10. It was still a good match. It was still good stuff. I don't think it was better than the Takeover match, but it was decent enough. Um, yeah. Yeah, somebody, and then after that, during, I think they said after the after it went off air, um, Tommaso Ciampa cut a pretty heartfelt promo about and it, about how 2020's been, and sooner or later we're gonna use like just stick with us. Like sooner or later the mask will come off. We're gonna be filled again, and then louder. They're gonna be louder than ever with the chant. We say this because we are we are a family. Nobody's gonna understand this. For Vic, Joseph, for Wade, for Beth, for Travis, I think he said, the camera guy, everybody in the back. We truly are a family. We love you. Say it loud for everybody to hear you. Say we are, and then NXT, stuff like that. So that was that was like a NXT will be fine. I'm leaving type. That's what it sounded like. I'm leaving. You will be in good hands in NXT. That's what it sounded like. But yeah, somebody. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa got new music, so I think they're just trying new things with Ciampa, like with his gear and his music and stuff. So when he goes to the main roster, they don't have to change it again. They don't have to change it to something crazy or outlandish, which is something they should have did with Keith Lee. They should have been like, instead of coming with that foolishness that they did, they should have did that. But whatever, it's not my business. But again, that was NXT spilling the NXT. What did you guys think of the show? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one.